Hello everyone, meet me again with Miss Dinar Primasiwi, and in this meeting we are going to talk about past habits. What is actually the language focus of this meeting? The language focus here is the use of used to followed by bare verb or infinitive or verb 1. Now let's talk about past habits. What is actually past habits? Past habits means repeated activities in the past which we don't do in the present. So it means you did those activities in the past, but now or in the present, you do not do them anymore. That's past habits. Next, take a closer look. When I was a child, I cried a lot every night. I always woke up late. I had a dog named Bob. So from this sentence, you can notice that it is about activities happening in the past because you use the word was when I was a child. And here you can see activities that you did in the past. I cried a lot. I always woke up late. And I had a dog named Bob. But what about now? What about in the present? Let's see the sentences. Now I don't cry easily. I wake up early because I must work. I don't have a dog anymore. Bob passed away 2 years ago. So you can see the differences about your activities that you did in the past and also the activities you do now. So from these two sentences, we can make sentences talking about your past habits using used to. What is that? Let's see here. The first past habits is when I was a child, I used to cry a lot. Because in the past, you cried a lot every night, but now you don't cry easily. So you can say, when I was a child, I used to cry a lot. Second one. When I was a child, I used to wake up late. That's your past habit. You did that in the past, but you do not do that now. You woke up late in the past, but now you wake up early. So that's why you can say, when I was a child, I used to wake up late. The last one. When I was a child, I used to have a dog. You can say, when I was a child, I used to have a dog because in the past you had a dog, but now you don't have a dog anymore because your dog has passed away. So that's past habits. Repeated activities. Activities that you did regularly in the past, but you do not do them anymore in the present. Now, let's talk about used to. The function of used to is to talk about past habits. Still remember past habits? Yes, it's repeated actions in the past which we don't do anymore in the present or now. And what about the form? Well, used to can be used for all subjects. No matter what the subject is, you always use used to. For example, I used to. He used to. Bob used to. You used to. She used to. Tina used to. We used to. They used to. Tommy and Bobby used to. So used to is applied for all subjects. Now remember, used to is preferred when emphasizing past repetition in positive sentences. On the other hand, when asking questions or making negative sentences, simple past is preferred. So see the following pattern. When you have positive sentence, the form is subject used to followed by bare verb or infinitive or verb 1. Remember, bare verb means no addition, no s, no es, no ing, no d, no ed after the verb. Now what about the negative sentence? For the negative sentence, we can have subject followed by did not use to or didn't use to followed by bare verb or infinitive or verb 1. Now see the pattern for negative sentence. You already have did. So that's why the pattern or the form that you use is use without D. What about the question? It's the same with negative sentence. You always use did for negative and question. And that's why you do not use used to, but use to. Use without D. So the pattern will be did, subject, use to, followed by bare verb or infinitive or verb 1. Now let's see the examples. Let's start from the positive sentence talking about John's past habit. John used to like cycling. What about the negative one? You cannot say John didn't used to like cycling. Why? Because the past form is already in the word did. So that's why you have to use without T. So the negative sentence will be John didn't used to like cycling. Use without T because the past form is already in the word did. Next, what about the question? It's the same with the negative sentence. Remember, if you use did, you have to use without T or verb 1. So the sentence will be, did John used to like cycling? Next example. I used to go to school on foot. What about the negative one? You cannot say, I didn't used to go to school on foot. Remember, didn't followed by use without T. So the correct sentence will be, I didn't used to go to school on foot. And for the question, we have, did you used to go to school on foot? Okay. Next, let's practice with the sentences. Make a positive, negative, and a question using used to plus pair verb or infinitive or verb 1. I give you one example for positive, negative, and question A, B, and C. Let's start from A. The subject is I, and then the verb is live. Okay, let's make positive sentence. It's very easy. I used to live in Germany when I was a child. It's easy, isn't it? Now let's try to practice with me. For exercise B. Do you have positive or negative sentence? Or a question? Yes, it's negative because you have the word not. Now let's make negative sentence. Remember the pattern? For negative sentence you use didn't, use to plus verb 1. So the sentence will be, Tina didn't used to have long hair. Repeat after me. Tina didn't used to have long hair. What about the question? See example C. Mira is the subject here and the verb is have a pet. So the question will be, did Mira used to have a pet? Remember, for negative and question, you cannot say used to, but used to. No T. Repeat after me again. Did Mira used to have a pet? Good. Now let's try to do the exercise by yourself. For exercise D, E, F, G, and H. Now tell me about your past habits, the activities that you did regularly in the past, but you don't do anymore in the present. Make at least 5 sentences telling about your past habits. The topics can be anything. It can be about food, pets, hobbies, school, and so on and so forth. For example, when I was a small child, I used to have a dog named Joy. I didn't used to run with Joy, but I used to play frisbee with him in the park every Sunday morning. I used to feed him pizza. Yeah, he liked pizza. I used to go swimming with him too. Unfortunately, he died 2 years ago. I was so sad that he left me. He used to be a good friend of mine. Now try your best to talk about your past habits. Give me 5 sentences, and it can be positive or negative sentence. Well, I guess that's all for today's session. We have learned about the use of used to plus verb 1 or infinitive or bare verb to talk about past habits or repeated activities in the past. Should you have any question, please feel free to contact me at my email address here or at my WhatsApp number presented here. That's all for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.